Hello, sorry for the delayed start of the stream, and sorry again because I'm a little bit under the weather, so my voice is probably not that clear. Uh, but we have a very decent start. I find a bold orator, alright, a bit unexpected, but we have a pasture start with Hati. It's quite common with the settings I picked, where we have a random map. Well, it's a bay apparently, but that we got. But random nation, random leader, you might perfectly well have a pasture start, but no option to pick Hati or Persia, of course. That's only 2 out of the 10 nations in the game that start with husbandry. Or hunter start without having access to hunters, or even to trapping, etc. So it makes it um, uh, you have to adapt a lot, essentially, and even some decent starts can be um crap because of the context, the starting text, and picks of families you have or don't have. All right, I think I want to get those 3 pastures in range, and yeah, with that in mind, there are a few precious resources around that I could potentially reach in the not too distant future if I go really in that direction, but it will take a bit of effort still. I'm thinking landowners could still reach those resources, of course, and far from being as valuable as landowners compared to patrons, but yeah, maybe it was getting there. And with being Hati and having multiple resources, multiple pasture resources around, I have a shot at getting Judaism. So that might be an idea. And an orator with its 4 charisma will help get the civics necessary to get the ranchers. I will still have to get level force, of course, but yeah, it sounds like a decent plan. Hi, Andros. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. So sorry, as I was explaining. So first, I'm starting a bit late. Second, um, I have a cold, so my voice is probably not that great, and I will have to mute regularly to sneeze, quite probably. All right, I think I'm decided. I want those 3 pastures. This one should be easily reachable through the coast, and we'll be funding landowners. All right. So yeah, there is a spot here as I was half expecting already because of these resources. We are spotting 2 barbarian spots, so that's great. Sometimes you have no idea where to go to find someone to attack. And I think I want to start with this pasture. So let me get there, cut some trees. And assign my leader as governor. Yes, I think so. And do I have a decent general to assign? Not really, only my queen. Do I have a decent promotion to take? Not really, I would have liked steadfast maybe. Well, I would have liked steadfast for sure, but not maybe. But that's not an option. So I guess I'll just get to the coastline. All right, Azati, starting text: iron working, husbandry, administration, all decent. I won't make much use of administration. There are no grains around my city. I'm already making good use of husbandry. Obviously, we have 3 pastures opportunity in direct reach, and a bit more later. I want stone cutting because, well, one always wants stone cutting. And after that, I'm hoping for labor force to get a shot at funding Judaism. It will take a long time though, so any religion funding with the settings I opted for is a very long shot. But if anyone's got a shot at funding Judaism, it's Hati still, so that's what we'll try to achieve. So yeah, I think I want to go there just to uncover a little bit more terrain, and the scout will go harvesting as soon as possible. So yeah, in case it's not entirely clear, these settings are very hard, at least for me. I've never won a game started this way, so don't expect this playthrough to be very long or to end in victory. There there's not much chance of that. Okay, next pasture. So clearly we weren't in time to prevent the unit from spawning, but well, we sort of had to expect it. No steadfast, no great, not general to do something remarkable about that. So that's how it is. I think I want another landowner city up there. I'll take the opportunity to harvest the horses as I'm here. Yeah, we are way too poor to get another settler at the moment. We could pay for our first rancher, and I might do that actually. Get a rancher right away. It would take only 3 years, and that would be extra growth, extra food, the opportunity to put, I don't know, maybe a shrine, something here to extend my territory along the coastline. This guy will be busy dealing with the tribemen, the barbarian, for some time anyway, so I'm not clearing quickly. Yeah, I think this is decent actually. Alright. So double landowner found. Whoa, we have plenty of groves around, and with landowners that is suggesting something. Alright, let's whack this guy. I suppose let's get a walker. Another one. And our scout will harvest and explore along the coastline. Alright, we met the Scythians. Alright, so if I attack this guy, I die, because I will inflict 3 points of damage, but I'm taking one, the missing point of damage, by simply hitting them. So I think I'm going to heal. They're going to strike me. I will lose a little bit, most of my healing. They'll take a point. We'll do that another turn. And then I'll kill them in one attack, because the counter-attack will have inflicted the damage needed on them. Alright, so this is an easy enough ambition as landowners. It matches very well with what we are, well, doing anyway. I sort of want the fish, but I also want the pasture. The fishes are closer, but I don't have the wood. I think maybe to get the wood and start some iron production, I will get a mine, just because my walker is right there, essentially. Yeah, use my ability, I'm happy. Oh, hello! We're the fall. I'm probably not pronouncing your name right, I'm sorry about that. As a fervent player of games for 35 years, Old World has me completely in my grasp. Thank for the best forex in existence ever period. Oh, thank you very much. Well, thank you. What can I say? Uh, I do believe it is a pretty good game. And obviously, I am biased, but if I may plead for my sincerity, I was originally a fan of the game. Well, I still am in many ways, first and foremost, and I got the chance to start working on it, so that goes in that direction. I wasn't working on Mohawk, and thus I'm fan of the game. It's the other way around. I was a fan of the game, and thus I ended working with Mohawk. Uh, I think I want to push my foot a bit more. Well, a settler. Yeah, right. I want the settler right away. We are having discontent issues with double settling as well. So let's not delay it. The second rancher is not needed to fund Judaism quite yet, so it's not very important. Alright, this guy moved. Let's kill him. I could marry a builder, a foolish one. Or a judge. A frugal pathfinder judge. Alright, there's some value in that. But it's an old fart. Sorry. And so we are default because I don't recognize your name, but I'm not sure people have different name on different platform. Have you joined the Discord that we have for Old World? I dare say it's the busiest place in the community. We are having a tournament at the moment, community organized. That's very nice, very interesting, and a lot of interaction there. So. Well, some people are Discord allergic, so don't force yourself down there. But if you wish to discuss the game and share your experience of it, maybe dip into multiplayer or whatever about Old World, I would recommend joining the Discord server. There's a lot happening there, and we have a very nice community. This guy is much better, though. I don't like Foolish because what else would I do with a builder than appointed as a governor? This guy doesn't have a flow though, so he will probably gain one, well, almost certainly, and quite quickly. Right, we'll see. It's not out of the question getting a chancellor quickly. Right, harvest some money. Well, I believe get prepared to chop and get some more next turn. Yeah, let's get closer and heal. And let's chop, harvest, harvest. We are pouring a lot of our economy with chopping, with harvesting, sorry. Alright, our worker is done. Let's repair our pasture first thing. We're having a flood, but there's nothing improved there, so not horrible impact. I'll harvest the lavender and go hide my scout again in the forest. So this is going to spawn another unit almost immediately, and the scamp will develop into an outpost in 2 turns, so maybe we are a bit late to do something about it. Let's just deal with this guy, the isolated one. We have 2 workers now. I really want to improve the resources around, but I'll start with the net. And the pasture, the orders will still be welcome. And that will make some cool farms as well for more food. Especially as landowners. I think I want a warrior though. Let's get one. Alright, let's keep eating this guy. And send our settler south. I really like this spot, it's nice. I would like to have some trader-like resources around. I don't see any, but maybe there still are some. Who knows? Bay usually produces a lot of trader-worthy sites. I think we need a warrior to clear up more. Let's get a walker in the meantime. We have solid growth now. Yeah, okay, the food could be tempting, but 8 years is much too long. Let's go for drama. I would have liked labor force, but yeah, as long as labor force is not on offer. So we'll try to make do with drama. That probably means we don't get to found Judaism though. I mean, might still be possible, but it doesn't look likely at the moment. Okay, what am I founding as a family? I think possibly riders. I kinda want to keep the opportunity for traders with a better spot. It's hard to imagine that I won't find a great trader spot on a bay. Bay being the map script that produced the map. It's not particularly suggestive of traders. Of course, traders are always decent, but I could make it a patron site as well. There's 2 luxury resources. The barley and the marble are great for it. So I need to work a bit to get access to these tiles, but alright, let's go for that. Let's go patrons. I suddenly found out you can place your tile and advice for way to place it the best. So alright, so placing your tiles is a very powerful ability, but it's only with a builder leader. So it's not something you always can do. So to make the most of it, it's good to understand the restriction on placing urban tiles or urban improvements in general. So I will go into the rules, but it's quite probable that, well, if you're not familiar with the rules already, or some of it, it will be hard to take it all, to keep it all in mind. So, alright. Normally, a urban improvement or a urban tile, because it's the same condition, can be placed either when it's adjacent to 2 urban tiles or more. So these 2 are urban. One could be placed here. If it's adjacent to a city tile, so these tiles are all eligible because they're adjacent to the city center. Or if you are on the coastline and it's adjacent to one other urban improvement on the tile. So it's essentially relaxed along the coast. You only need 1 tile adjacent. But you need 1 tile adjacent on the coast. So I could place one here. But if I had one here, I couldn't place one here because it's not on the contiguous coast. if you go along the coast, you would have this tile, then a core tile, then this one. So these are the restrictions. What this means is that if you could potentially place a urban tile here, then one there, then one here, then one there, then one here, then one there, and expand your territory so long as you're willing to pay the cost and to put the urban tiles or urban improvements. You could do a much lower version of that with a barracks, a dion, a hamlet, whatever. Is it best to make it as wide as possible, or does it depend on the situation? Depends on the situation. In some cases, you will want to make a super city, typically your capital, or some of your starting city that are producing most of your research, or something like that. And if your starting city, let's say traders have a bonus on the net resources, or hunters have bonuses on the game and fur and camel and elephants, you might want to use most of that in a city with that family. So there's quite a bit of strategy to be done with that. And then simply connecting your empire is important, and snaking along the coastline to make sure you have the full coastline. Here that shouldn't be an issue even without making urban tile. I should be able to reasonably easily, once I've cleared this camp, to join everything along the coastline, but it accelerates your movement and your connectivity very much. So that's quite important. So there's a lot to consider, essentially, that would be at play. The connectivity of your empire, where you want to expand your territory, and more potentially. So a lot to consider. So the short answer is yes, it's very much situational. And as game designers, we are trying to make it situational as much as possible. So and I dare say the game design is decently successful at that. So more often than not, the response, if we've done our job right, is it depends. Oh, you're welcome. That's one of the point of streaming, to be able to interact and to and exchange and teach or answer question. So don't hesitate, really. All right. Another settler will be done in Fortin, same time as the warrior. So I will wait for my warrior pair, most probably, before going after the camp. Let's kill the skirmisher in the meantime, though. Alright, Zoroastrianism has been founded. Ready to time? Yeah, because I guess it's probably hard to make the connection. The build your urban ability is probably mentioned in the description of the archetypes, because only with the builder leader can you do that. And then your urban expansion, the rules for your urban placement are mentioned in the improvements. So yeah, the manual cannot teach you everything. That's too much. So I dare say Val did an excellent work with it, but yeah, it will never be able to answer all questions, of course. Alright, more iron. And I will want to start considering more farms as well. I have stone cutting, so yeah, I'll get a bad quarry and keep healing my scouts. Right, the lighthouse is gone. A very powerful wonder on this map, on bay. Okay, let's prepare to strike at these barbs next turn and get my settler in position maybe. Alright, fresh walker, we'll have things to do. Okay, we can educate our first heir. So here in no events we have very few prompts to do things. So you still have a prompt to pick a field of study for your heir, but that's only for your heir, not other descendants, not any other kids. So there will be you will be prompted to have an offer to marry, and that's about it. And even only what's really necessary. Of course, there's no study events, there's no hut events, no culture events. So that can feel pretty bare bone depending what you're used to. And that makes the game significantly harder also. As one could guess, there's a lot of bonuses you just don't get without events. So even things that are almost treated as mechanical sometimes, like let's say the legitimacy bonus for declaring war on tribes, which happens when you meet them, but also in most war offers later. Here it simply doesn't exist. So I'm not sure if that even works. But we need more warriors for sure, because we are getting harassed in the north, and that might already prove to be a pretty big issue. Yeah, I guess I have to sell some of that food to be able to start another warrior. 70, a bit more, some of that wood too. Yeah. Alright, and in terms of ambition, for hamlets, well, we are not at police and it would take a long time. 500 stone, well, I don't know, that might be easier to do though. But maybe I'm not being very reasonable, maybe not in my lifetime, for instance. Am I dying? Oh yes, I'm for sure dying. That is, well, most unfortunate. Am I dying too? Yeah, if I have only one guy, I'm dying too. That is very, very bad. Yeah, I have to flee with everything. Ugh. I underestimated what I needed to clear the camp, and I'm going to pay for it. I thought there were only 2 units, and that's not the case. Yeah, well, I just heal for now. Yeah, I'll have to detour to intervene up there as well, I'm afraid. Alright, 9-9. Okay, keep healing. Alright, so repair again. I'll have to say that again next turn. Alright, heal, heal. This is tense already. I swear I didn't do much. Alright, settler, well, has to wait. Very obviously. Oh, we could become intelligent. Well, that isn't much of an upgrade at the moment, but that's still an upgrade. We need a lot more city to make more value out of that, but since we nerfed it, well, the difference is huge. Alright, I don't believe we have much chance of getting there in time, but we'll give it a go. Alright, is there anything I really want here? I don't like any of those promotions. I suppose I can pick tough. Yeah, that doesn't change anything. Alright, we'll have to be quick if we want even a chance to save our improvement. Philosophy study. Oh, we can get a judge. A judge would be decent. And we have a settler. I think I want the farmer too. How much do the family like you? Can you show us? Not much. Not much, I have to assume. Yeah, -10, -8. And I'll show what that's made of. So that's just, well, discontent, which is ramping up very quickly. Missing luxuries, citizens, well, just standard stuff really. And here, same, citizen, discontent. I have a little bit of legitimacy, but not much. I haven't explored much. We are getting a second raid here, so probably I will need my troops to stay around and deal with that. So I will once again have plenty of units around and fighting me. I probably want to send this warrior up north as well, because that might not be enough to deal with the raid. And yeah, we want more and more warriors. I forgot, but these settings are very harsh. It really makes you regret not funding military typically. I would pay to avoid war with the Scythians, yes. Food is already worthless though, so it will be hard to pay for it. Well, I suppose. Oof, Numidian, so alright, so that was a bad move. Because now these tribes know about me, they're going to raid me. Before they didn't know I was there, so they would have left me alone. Alright, these guys are raiding Carthage, that's good news. And they are Thracians, but technically I haven't met them, the Thracians, so I'm not a target for them. So that was a pretty big mistake, moving my scout. I should have known that I was at risk of meeting other tribes and that I didn't want to do that until I've dealt with my immediate surroundings. So that was foolish of me, and it might kill me. Right, and I'm doomed. So much for my ambitions. I think I'm healing here. Yeah, no herbalist unfortunately. Not sure what I'm doing with this settler. This is a poor trader spot, but I probably want traders next. Even with a poor spot. Yeah, and more quarries, I suppose. Alright, sorry about that. So we've died. And we are now a judge. And we have legacies to complete. Opinions are, well, tragic at the moment. Lots of discontent, but yeah, it's more painful even to double found in at the grade these days because of the additional discontent that we've reintroduced. So we are paying for that at the moment. It's quite painful. Sorry, I had to sneeze again. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do here. This looks pretty tough on the situation. I think I want my citizen quickly to get the marble stone cutter. Yeah. And okay, let's heal our workers, our warriors, as much as we can. And start, well, moving south as well. We'll need to send everything, most probably. 6 festivals, 6 urban improvements. I believe we have only access to audience. But we are 23, we are pretty young. Our initial ruler died somewhat early, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, 32. Yeah, she died 52. Yeah, well, not super young either. Yes, more warriors. And here are the Numidian raids. Which could have been avoided by refraining from scouting. But I have not refrained, and so I have not avoided them. This game can punish you for not very much at all sometimes. A deceitful scholar, but gracious or commander. All right. So that's one thing I should have done. I haven't checked if I had other opportunities for generals, and I have very decent generals, in fact. I should definitely assign some of these people. And we are probably going to have some rebel issues soon as well, I'm afraid. Alright, let's send this guy back. Keep dealing with this one. I would ideally start yet another wire. Well, a stone protection would be great, but we really need to not die first. Is there a guy with herbalist, just in case? No, there's not. I think I might want to assign my queen, actually, even if she's a governor style of archetype. The cognomen gain from attacking and fighting would be great, so tempted to try to do something with that. And I'm not really like buying specialists at the moment. I don't have the urban improvement to make urban specialists, so all specialists are already cheap, as I'm playing a lot of landowners. 8 and 11. Alright, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Let's kill someone. Silent General here. And yeah, well, I'm missing an order, so I'll buy one to hit that guy. And I don't want to lose my walker, so I'm going to buy more orders, I'm afraid. 1, 2, yeah, I need 3. Yeah, spending a lot in very little time. Not too reassuring. More warriors still. Yeah, so the situation isn't great here. Let's be clear. Alright. Judaism has already been founded, so we are obviously too late. We either got it as a possible draw from the beginning, or we will... Oh, it was already clear that we wouldn't get it at all. Yeah. Eight, 9. Alright, I'm going to try to kill one a turn for maximum cognomen progression. Alright, they are focusing on pillaging. Alright, let's clear this camp first, so that it stops generating new units, and then we'll go here and possibly take the Numidian camps. They are raiding us pretty hard. There's already a second raid coming. Alright. Okay, this guy doesn't like us, so him dying will help. He's a skimmer and we are a judge, so that's why it tanked our opinions so much. I believe this is 3 and 4. Alright, so this is exactly what's necessary. So yet another kill. Very good. Let's hit here as well. We are probably due another raid in the north in the not too distant future, so let's move back to heal in there as well. Alright, settle. We probably want to settle trader just to extinguish the the discontent penalties. And well, one fish isn't great, but it's not bad either. So, and we'll want to have the family. Alright, we got our 500 stone. We are far from all our specialists, but there's one here that's just not... doesn't count because it's pillaged at the moment. We should still be able to complete this ambition as an ambition, as opposed to a legacy. And alright, let's settle this trader spot. And we almost get everything in our territory from the beginning, but I'm going to found here actually because this is much easier. So alright, this is tactical consideration here. If I found anywhere here, for instance here, I get the connectivity directly, the border collapses with this city, so that will give me naval movement, and that's very precious. And I might still do it, because that would considerably accelerate the movement of my troops, which is very relevant with the invasion I'm facing. But if I was to found here, I would get this spot, and actually, because this is a trader spot, I will get to place a free fare, which is a urban improvement. And this is a spot that is valid for the free fare, and that would extend my territory getting those tiles, and so the borders would collapse with the next city. So I'm actually going to found here traders as promised, finding the Gulf of Gadir, and I'm placing my fare, which will connect, well, give me the continuous coastline movement. So you can see I can reach much further now, which is very important, especially when fighting, well, I don't know how many raids at once, but that's several for sure. Yeah, this guy is a lot less powerful. I will repair my improvement, maybe. And send reinforcement. I think I want to heal with my leader unit. My walker got killed. No, alright, retreated in the city. Well, I don't have training to do anything more, so I will have to be happy with that. Let's get a surveyor walker, I suppose, for my trader spot. Wow. Alright, I lost my wire nonetheless, immediately. This might be a game-ending raid already. Might well be already dead. Yeah, this guy is probably dead too. I suppose I can try to stand on forests. Yeah. Heal. Yeah, I cannot afford to have a Earth unit trying to contribute. They will all die. And reassign this tactician. Yeah, the city might fall actually. Alright, this is a tragedy already. Oh, and the Numidians want to declare war. Well, I don't think we can afford to pay them off. Yeah, but alright, we can sell enough food, I suppose. More warriors! My god. This is already looking like a lost game. Despite a very decent start. Alright, my settler was killed. I'm not sure that it could be avoided, so... Well then, one has no choice but to accept it, I suppose. Alright, tactician. This guy... I could take Ranger. Ranger would be great here. And rotate this guy out. Yeah, alright, it would be great, but I just healed, so I don't have the orders anymore. Well, I guess we have to try. The free settler, yeah, but it's 6 years of research. I probably can't. I would like navigation, I would like, well, mill drill, trapping. I don't really have a use for trapping immediately, but of course it's on the way to military drill, so we sort of want it anyway. But yeah, I believe I believe this game is already lost actually, but we'll see. Let's persevere a little bit more. Can I kill that guy? Probably not, right? Maybe if I get a lucky crit? That's probably not happening, but alright. Let's go. Well, that's a nope. Alright, let's get Ranger. One kill on my leader. Excellent. I'll get... oh, Delva would be cool. And we can kill despite the river. Excellent. Alright, so this is very painful. I let my improvement die. I suppose I can remake it. I really don't want to lose my specialist though, so we'll see about that. I'm getting rebels now with well, it was a long time coming really, given the opinions I've been facing. Is there an amphibious promotion around? This guy had the opportunity, but I picked focus. Because I cannot really get out of the city anyway. Can he afford it? Oops, that was a mistake. I should have done it last if I'm going to kill or attempt to kill. Oh, Scythian are bullying me again. I don't think I can pay, not indefinitely. I could get a wonder, but if I had the orders. But yeah, this is looking very bad. At turn 44, we still have very crap science. Very crap everything. We're getting pillaged, rebels, losing a specialist. So, alright, I believe it's time to try again. And, well, hopefully, well, I played a bit sloppily. I made some mistakes that were quite unforced. Forgetting to assign generals, for instance. I think going for the double Londoner start, well, first is more punishing than it was before, and especially on no events, it's probably a bit too much of a risk, good as it might be in other contexts. So, alright, let's try again. So, new map will start another game with the same settings. Ah, thank you for your kind words, Vaylin. We are very proud of our game and of our community, actually. But uh, yeah, thank you. Well, I haven't played Civ 7 myself, so I do not have. I know it wasn't very well received, and truth be told, there are many great people at Firaxis, so yeah, it's a bit sad. But but I take your compliment to heart. We are very proud of Old World, and we do think it's a great game. Uh, uh, so that thank you for your compliment. All right, so we are Assyria. We have a narrator again, an eloquent one this time, 23 years old. We start with trapping, so that's good. We have the option to pick hunters to get double growth, and in the not too distant future, hopefully, this elephant for full order once improved. Or we could look at the silver. There's two sources of silver, which are precious resources. So would be culture multipliers for patrons. Two precious resources is nice, but it's nothing to write home about. We will have excellent civics, well, very decent civics protection in our capital with an eloquent orator as a governor. So we might want to compound that with patrons. Or we might do something completely different, because with Assyria, and we have access to champions, and being able to be having a steadfast unit right from the start is very powerful. To clear camp, and after the last game where I suffered at the end of tribes, I'm sorely tempted to do that. So there's nothing in the start that particularly tells found champion. There's no ore, there's the growth resource would point at hunters more than champions. But just being steadfast from the beginning is quite powerful. Having strong military protection, some training protection from the start is quite valuable in itself. We are Atheria can play into that with military drill. We'll have to find the stone somewhere, but that can be done. Yeah. Yeah, I'm tempted to do something like that, really. So these are hills, right? So if I want some iron production, funding here isn't the most absurd. What wonders are in the game? Ziggurat, Oracle, German Aqueduct, Yasilikaya, Necropolis, Ishtar Gate, Colossus, Gothon, as naval sea wonders, Alcasne, Pantheon, Hagia Sophia, Via Jasok, and Heliopolis. Alright, there are quite a few strong wonders. I think I want to be here. Unfound champion. Champion orator, just because. And right, that illustrates some of what I was saying last game, that you don't necessarily know where there are tribes or barbarians to target, and indeed, we do not know at the moment. So I generally want stone cutting because one always wants stone cutting. Shrine here would be quite welcome though. If we could reach this ore, we could do great things with it. But we'd have to go around the Aral Sea. The ability to make warriors would be welcome too. Well, all the techs are good actually. The traditional choice, as far as I am concerned, would be stone cutting. Or I could assume that I'm going to find a stone to pay for a shrine and go for divination first, but I don't think I have much of a shot to Zoroastrianism, not with +5 research per turn. So maybe the ability to make warriors is actually a reasonably useful thing to go for. Yeah, some more things, but I don't know how I'm getting there. Those are some decent flatland quarries, so alright, let's do what I'm used to do, which doesn't mean that it's a great idea. What kind of map is this? Oh, this is a desert, so actually there's probably not much at all beyond this area that we can see. The desert seems to be resuming. There might be an additional spot. This seems to be the coastline, which is typically decent in a desert, but this is a very rough map script to start with, so shouldn't expect an easy game from there. Alright, I moved my unit first. I'm going to assign this hero as a general, and only at the second turn will I go for the camp. I could Gambit here. Well, Gambit, take a chance at finding something. Alright, so this is a great spot. Alright, our settler might go there naturally. It's a bit sad that we didn't find tribals to attack early. But I'm immediately declaring on these guys, because it would be too sad to have founded champion and have steadfast units and a hero to boot to be able to heal in the field and not do anything with it. So we'll thrash a few barbarians as we get a chance. We probably want to send our militia down there. Yeah, probably. Yeah, let's work on iron and send our settler. This is a nice spot. I'm not sure who I want to put there, but I want to put someone. And this looks decent as well with the game, so maybe there's maybe this is a hunter spot. I'll try to scout around next turn. We cannot pay for that. We cannot pay for anything. I guess this might as well be the right time to get another walker. Alright, this was the only spot for the goals, so my war declaration wasn't as risky as it could have been. Alright, yeah, well, I'm not sure, but this is a decent hunter spot. And I'm not above getting 2 military families, so that's probably what it'll end up being. Alright, let's kill these guys if we can. I'm not sure if they'll come back to... Can they reach the city? No, apparently they cannot. So, alright, I'll get some food on my way. You jerk. Okay, kill this guy. And yeah, this is Hunter City. Let's repair right away. Let's see what we can see. Alright, the Greeks with, well, 5 cities already. Yeah, we are strong. We can attack that guy. Sure enough. Okay, so this is very risky. Any forest is precious on the desert map, so I might well end up regretting that. But this is early and I need iron, so... Could marry a tactician. +1 science is alluring. And killing 5 military units shouldn't pose too many problems. So let's go for that. We've repaired damage. Let's repair damage again. Yeah, this guy should be able to... Oh, a sunstorm is not happening at the right moment. Oh, being a tracker is awesome though. That will help our exploration efforts considerably, actually. We still don't have stone cutting, but I can get this mine. Oh yeah, the sandstorm is what's making this mine say that it wouldn't contribute anything. That's not actually true. I would really like to be able to make wires at the moment, but I can't. Yeah, another slinger would be great. Let me sell a bit of iron to do that. And get a walker. Alright, I'm going to stay put for now and pick Herbalist and heal my unit. Of course, Herbalist works very well with hero generals, because hero generals can heal anywhere, and Herbalist essentially makes you heal twice as quickly, so it makes your unit both extremely resilient and also have beautiful uptime. Essentially, it heals very quickly once it's damaged, so it can tank beautifully and stay on the front line indefinitely. It doesn't need to get back to your territory and heals very quickly to boot. This guy is a tracker, so I can keep exploring. And I expect it's actually probably enough HP to hold, but as a hero, if it's not, I will not get punished for it, so let's not hesitate. And there you go, one of those beautiful crits. We are walking toward our ambition. I think I want my scouts to be healed. Yeah, this is a coastline. Right. Who do I have as a general? A commander. I really like having a commander beside my hero, so that's very fine. And okay, let's go for drama in there. Yeah, I'm very poor, so I cannot pay for anything I want. Well, I think another settler is warranted then. My 2 warriors don't have much to do. Barracks would be too costly. Oh, okay, I can start on my quarries now. So let's make a move in that direction. Right, I need to heal. Let's get ready to assist our general with another unit. And I suppose I really want clerics on the desert map. So that would be the next step. The next family to found. And I'll have to pass on patrons. But yeah, I should have checked the map script. More or less first thing on the first turn, and I did not. I'm in time to adapt, I believe, but still, that's something to be to check very early. It can be crucial. Well, picking clerics on a desert map is very important if you have access to them. So, for instance. So you can see I'm in a little, somewhat fertile region with the river, some forests. But there's a desert around, and and a lot of the map is actually quite hostile. Alright, so we found tribes, which was maybe not the best idea. I should have used my walker first. I think I want a hunt. Actually, food is very valuable, so it's not absurd getting a hunt, even a level 1 hunt. It's very hard to pay for anything until I can, like warriors for instance, so I think hunts are not absurd in this context. Even hunt level 1. It doesn't shine often, but when it shines, it really does. This project. Right, a ruin. Yeah, I really want this food. These orders from the camels would be awesome, but I really want this food. Alright, clerics. That would be a great growth for the clerics if I can get all the farms in there. And hunter from Kahat as soon as I'm completed the hunt, which will provide the food for the settler. I'll get another settler, hunter settler, to found this city with an extra citizen. Founding a city with the right settler grants you that little bonus, and we'll try to make use of it here. I don't usually do that, but and by that I mean a resourceless rural specialist. But any research is good research. Getting extra training is decent. in a champion seat. It's very hard to pay for anything, and I want the iron. So and these are all heals, so I can get more iron from these tiles. Could get this one as well for a bit more money. The training is the same. The science is the same. I would just get more money instead of more iron. And I might be okay with that actually. Uh, Let me check. Yeah, this is a riverside forest, so this is a very precious one. And these two hills can be improved with mines without destroying forests. So actually this is just as good as this one for iron mine. So alright. I'll make a specialist. And finally, the final piece of the puzzle is that I'm an eloquent orator, so there's quite a bit of bonus. This is a champion city, but it's producing 14.3 civics a turn, which is very high for such a city so early in the game. Alright, let's found clerics. Well, next turn. So I'm harvesting on my way, because food is already a bit expensive, and it will be worse than that. It will get worse with time on the desert map for sure. Get scrubs. I don't want to explore too quickly because I don't really want to meet more tribes. Yeah, that's where I was going. I want a barracks. Found clerics. And alright, we're going to complete our hunt here. Alright, 200 training. Not spectacular, but not bad. Philosophy. Yeah, I want to walk right away. I believe that makes sense.
سبحوا الله في القديسين، سبحوه في جلاد قواته، سبحوه لأجل جبروته، سبحوا نظير كثرات عظماته.
Oh my god, I've been muted for an eternity. I'm sorry, Androth, I missed your message. Uh, yes, that's what it was. I've been muted. I'm sorry, I'm muted to sneeze as I have a cold and then I forgot, as happens very often, so I'm sorry. well, I don't know if I should say that. I said a very interesting, fascinating thing, providing a lot of insight into the game. Yeah, probably should. So yeah, I was discussing our coming content, what we are working on, our projects, and but I was muted, so too bad. Uh, yeah, well, happens, I guess. Right, so I was also explaining that I was going for one of the notable thing was Festival 1 in Nineveh to get additional citizens and also to gain a modicum of culture. Uh, and I wanted to get my officers online for the training, as you might guess, in Champion City, but mostly for the research. Actually, they are urban specialists and quite solid contributor to that. And I kind of want to keep my city busy without spending all my stone, which they could do very easily, producing slingers with their awesome military production, which of course is great, but you might want to do other things as well. There's competition for it, especially as I already have access to barracks, as Assyria start with that ability. And audience as well, so I can make quite a few urban specialists, and that would be great to boost my research early on. So Greece and Assyria. Well, I suppose Carthage and Kush as well, because they start with divination. Assyria because they start with military drill, and Greece because they start with audience. They all have options to make urban specialists pretty early. And that's quite a strong ability in itself. I'm going to push more festivals, ideally two, to get a bit more culture. And the growth, of course, will help me get additional citizens. And when I get an Odeon, a poet is not out of order, out of the realm of possibilities, even for my capital, because it will have to do as a pseudo science producer until I can get cities such as Isola online. And I probably want to settle this spot, and this guy is coming from overseas, I have to guess. Well, maybe they came from the sea here, or maybe there's a Vandal spot on an island somewhere on the off the coast. So I should probably check in that direction. Right, I lost my husband. Very sad. So this was the commander on this unit. Alright, I think I want the farmer here before I even complete this worker. So let's get that going. How valuable is this boundary? Alright, horses and goats. Valuable, but not incredibly valuable. I think I want to keep the food on the side though. Alright, I have a settler in production. I think I'm picking the free settler. Is where I'm going with that. Yeah, I want to get the wood. Nineveh will be able to work on wires from next turn and probably for a long time after that. Alright, so I'm cutting wood. I'm not clear cutting because I will want to keep as many opportunities for lumber mill as I can. But I will bank some wood also in the meantime while that's an option. And getting for police and woodcut and forestry relatively early is also a good idea. Alright, let's heal and recuperate there. Scythians will declare war unless we pay 100. That's not immensely expensive. And I kinda want to go against this Vandal spot. But because that's not very expensive, that probably means they're not that strong either. But I'll have 3 slingers on my eastern side next turn, so But no, alright, we are not paying. I'll get more wood. And I believe my Odeon here. As well as in the capital. Oh, unfortunately I am doomed. But we did some good things. I think. Alright, let's try to slowly deal with that guy. We're getting a settler. I think we really want wires though. That's my last opportunity to get a festival one. But I think that's okay. We really want the wires now, so let's go for that. And yeah, let's make an effort to go toward this tribe. I'm going to pick, well, I'm very tempted to go Focus 2, but I'm going to pick Steadfast, which is just more important at this stage. What do we have as opportunities? This is our herbalist guy, right? Yeah, so hero is very valuable on them. Another walker wouldn't hurt. Really? Oh, I think we need more wires. Even more, I mean. And we have died, and we are now a judge. Let's see what we can do with that. Well, we can repair our improvements, would be the first thing. But I'm not sure that's going to work, as I'm just going to get my barracks pillaged if I move to repair some of the older ones. So yeah, they are killing in one hit, so we need to move and heal. Marry a Joffer. Could marry a hero. A commander. This commander is quite tempting, I must say. I like the stats. Oh, peace with Axum. Oh, that's interesting. So they have 7 cities. To the 7 cities of the Greek. Alright, what do I have to sell to pay for that? Well, probably all my wood. And yeah, probably all my wood. Is that worth it? Might be, actually. That would be some extra security. Let's do that. Who are they at war with? They are much stronger, of course. They're at war with the Scythians. Okay, so since we are at war with the Scythians ourselves, that's welcome help. We are glad that they are fighting, essentially. Alright. Okay, we are getting our warriors. We'll get some more. And this guy will come south and go around. Oh! The Duchess is our sister, I believe? Who is that? Yeah. Well, a builder wouldn't hurt. The discipline will be good money as well. 5 ranch units. We had 3 promoted it 5 times. That's how much easier is that? We have a promotion that is free to pick, but nothing great. I might actually go for the 5 ranch units. Yeah. Yeah, alright. We'll get some more slingers, sure. Flout near Nineveh. Bad taste. Alright. Freshly completed Odeon is thrashed. My warrior cannot come easily. I think I'm going to just resist here, try to hold this tile. Get the trees heal, and yeah, okay. These guys can't do anything relevant. And let's get closer in position here. Yeah, it's not great. We are not really as strong as we should be to declare war on the tribe like that. But okay, might get away with it still. Right. You repair. You move south with some feeling of urgency. You repair the mine. You dangle yourself in front of the tribe. These guys are in position. But I think we want to strike next turn. Yeah, we don't want to strike quite yet. Oh, this is painfully slow. But that's desert for you. You can't road most tiles, so... well, you can't road desert. Alright, let's pull the trigger, maybe. I would have liked to have a rancher guy. I suppose I could be here. Oh, that's just bad no matter what. Alright. Let's attack the Vandals. Nineveh will make more warriors. Of course, that's an excellent default job for a champion seat. And okay. Yeah, I believe we really want this guy to occupy the urban tile. And attack. Alright, done with that. I'll have another wire next turn. Yeah, let's do something with our settler. Is that a hunter city? Probably not. Probably a cleric city, if I had to guess. Yeah, I don't really know. let's repair. Keep squatting the barracks with our settler. I think I'm sending this guy forward. They will need additional help in the east. And alright, we committed to getting 2 more ranch units, 2 more slingers. So let's do that in our hunter cities. Oh, not quite. I thought I had enough. Alright, that does it. Okay, this settler moves forward with additional reinforcement. But first, let's hit those impudent raiders. Yeah, 5 ranch units, but Nineveh is making warriors, that's for sure. Kahat is making another slinger. And that will complete our 5 ranch units with these 2 in production. So in a few turns. And yeah, sure, let's get another settler yet again. For the coastline that we are about to clear now that we are getting warriors produced around here. Let me do my fighting first. Alright, so this was the last Vandal site, so alright, that was an appropriate time to declare war, for sure. What religions have been founded? Well, the 2 early ones. So we might go for exploration or epics as laws, or we might go for freedom and slavery. An idea says that tempts me at the moment. Level 4 is, well, a bit boring, right? It's the default path, but it's a default path for a reason as well. So so let's not deviate too much. And alright, I wouldn't have expected that, but actually this might be the least worst start I've got with these settings. Okay, so we got the Vandals. And I believe we are funding clerics. Here. We can do good things with this desert. Alright, this is very lush and it's not ours. Unfortunate. We want to repair that in time. And yeah, we really need navigation and the orders from there. German wants its walker. Huh. This is maybe not the worst map for what we are doing, or at least it seems not to be going as poorly as I expected. Desert as a script can be quite punishing in some ways, but I suspect the AI might have trouble on it as well, which might end up saving us in the end. Alright, let's not be too weak here. Not that the AI accounts for... Well, the AI will look at your power rating to assess if you're weak or not, if you make a good target, an easy target, if you can be bullied. But the damage on unit doesn't factor into that, so I do not believe it would factor in their decision either. It would certainly affect the decision in what you need to target, in case you are at war and fighting, because they want to kill your units, but not affect the chance, the risk that they declare war to begin with. Alright, and I believe with that we are going to reach the end of this stream. So thank you all for joining, and yeah, I'll probably try to continue this game next week. So see you all, bye bye.